Hi viewers, this is 𝗿𝗲𝗶𝗶𝘀𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗶. We are going to discuss an ACP scenario in this video. I'm going to quickly read out the scenario and then we will discuss in detail. The scenario says that at the retrospective meeting, the agile expert provides a burndown chart and leftover stories in the backlog. The chart shows that the project is behind schedule. What should the project manager suggest to the project team? A, review the product backlog and remove user stories. B, work harder and smarter to increase velocity. C, remove all non-value added items from the product roadmap. And D, remove waste from the project's value stream map. Interesting, right? Okay, so the situation is simple. Team is sitting in a retrospective meeting with the agile coach, project manager, product owner, and all. And there, the agile expert suggested that project is behind schedule. How? Via demonstrating the burn down chart. So burn down chart quickly is a chart, is a team performance or product performance to be specific, a chart with which the team's contribution towards the sprint, in case you have developed it for sprint, or release, in case you have developed it for release, is depicted. So most likely this is a sprint burn-down chart, and it shows that team is behind schedule, like the work that they committed to do was under-delivered, right? So what should the team be doing now in alignment with the project manager's advice in this case? A, review the product backlog and remove user stories. Of course, the team is not the right authority to remove user stories from the backlog, because we know our previous discussions and understanding that product backlog is owned by product owner. Sprint backlog is owned by team, right? So removing the user stories from the product backlog is not their fault. And even removing the user story from a sprint backlog without alignment of product owner is not there. The delivery of the user story and the sprint work is there. But if some of the user stories have to be removed from the sprint, and in fact, this is not a possibility at this point because sprint is already closed, right? But even if it is running, team alone cannot make this decision, because the items in the sprint backlog is those are coming in alignment with product value delivery from the product owner. So those have to be discussed with the product owner. So A is completely out. B, work harder and smarter to increase velocity. I mean, this is the ideal thing. However, this alone cannot guarantee that the product would be on track just because they work hard or smart. Yes, maybe yes or maybe. It depends on more context. It depends on why the overrun has occurred, right? So maybe the overrun is not because of the team dynamic. Maybe the overrun is because of some other reasons like delays in approval or unnecessary changes from the customer or some, some pressure from the business. We don't know the context. So maybe the team is not at fault for this issue. So yes, B is the ideal situation, but as we do not know the reason for this situation, we cannot say it for sure. So B is also out because of lack of information. Now C says remove all non-value added items from the product roadmap. So what is a non-value added item? Clearly, a non-value added item is an item in the backlog that does not add value to the product increment. Right? Anybody can understand that. And ideally, there should be no non-value added items in the product backlog, because if a user story or a feature does not have that answer to why it is important towards product vision and product direction, and then it's a non-value added item. It's a won't have item, right? So we do not need non-value added items, clearly. And if the non-value added items are there and team is working on those, then it's not the team fault, it's the product owner's fault. But we have to reread this option. And at the first class, it looks good, but reading it will give you an idea that this is not the correct option. Remove all non-value added items from the product roadmap. Product roadmap is not the right artifact for this, right? So when I posted this question on our regular Wednesday ACP post, majority of the audience went for option C. They were inclined towards option C for the same reason, because they saw non-value added item and they just, got this idea that this must have been the correct answer. This is actually the wrong answer, because non-value added items should not be removed from the product roadmap. Those rather should be removed from the value stream map. Now, what is the difference between product roadmap and value stream map? So non-value added item is the same thing as waste. So anything which is not adding value to your product, to your work, to your life, you just remove it, because you consider it a waste of time, waste of energy, waste of resources. So the remaining part, like the rest of the part of C and D is the same. It's only differing with respect to product roadmap versus value stream map. So we need to understand their difference. See, product roadmap, like any roadmap, is for navigation, for direction. So the artifact that would provide the right navigation or direction for the product. More strategically important document for the senior level executives and audience. A roadmap provides milestones, key deliverables, timelines, visual representation of all of this, mapping in a more logical or dependency based order. This is what a roadmap is. Any roadmap is. We are particularly interested in product roadmap. So this is with respect to product milestones, product releases. Product milestones usually are product releases. Product-based phase gates, product-based investment decisions, product-based initiatives, multiple projects within the product. All of those are going to be mapped within product roadmap on the timeline scale. That's it. You will not find any item-based, backlog item-based explanation over there. Maybe yes, feature level mapping could be there, because key deliverables and key milestones are there on product roadmap. But not with that view that you would get to understand that which item is valuable or which is not, or which milestone is valuable or which is not. Roadmap is not the right artifact for that. Value stream map is. Now, what is value stream map? Value stream map, again, is a visual tool in Agile, particularly in Lean, where the optimized, visual representation of the product is available from the start till the end, right? So value stream map is that map where you map all the features, or maybe all the items from the product backlog, could be user stories as well, and you actually calculate the idle time and the value added time, right? For all the different processes and for all the different branches in the product related work. And whichever time is the idle time, that visibility would be there for the team and the product owner. And this is product owner's responsibility to keep an eye on the non-value added items and to make sure to remove those items from the product bag. Right? And this may keep on changing as well. With changing scenarios and changing circumstances, the value added versus non-value added definition may change as well. Right? So if the team is left with more work than expected, and they are also expected to bring that back on track, then removing the waste on the project value stream map would be of help. Of course, they are not going to do that alone. They probably would take the help of subject matter experts and product owners, project manager, everyone. But this is the right thing to do because they probably are not moving in the right direction, or probably they are more into some wasting effort or some spikes or something which is not really adding value or not justifying their time, right? So D is the correct answer. And please know the importance of value stream map in any agile project. Value stream map is very, very much important. So product teams usually create value stream map. There are tools available, and you can make the use of the regular tools like Jira, Trello, Monday.com as well. And this provides visibility, right? So teams also make the use of value stream map to perform the retrospective as well, because for all the items that has been worked upon or delivered in a sprint, they actually perform a comparative of the time that they invested in the form of story points, like actual story points, versus the planned story points, versus especially if there is a overrun in the delivery for that user story. They actually perform an assessment of the value stream, that how much was the total time, how much was the value added time, how much was the idle time, how much was the non-value added time. And with that, they get to understand that what action they should be taken or what mistakes they should not be repeating going forward in that regard. I hope you like this explanation. This is the correct answer. If you like this video, please do not forget to press the like button. And if you have any follow-up queries, feel free to drop that in the comment area. I will be back very soon with a new ACP scenario. Till then, take care. Goodbye.